And we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Hold on, let me adjust my shirt a little bit better. So I just threw this one on because the collar's not in the best spot yet. We'll get this fixed for y'all. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the whole Make America Healthy Again. I'm actually a big supporter of this. I'm a supporter of RFK. I have a problem with the whole raw milk thing, right? We have a problem with the whole milk thing. Hold on, I need to put some super chats here. All right. And here's my problem with it. Raw milk is a complete nonsense topic. Okay. It is a complete nonsense topic. There is no evidence whatsoever that it's beneficial or helpful. It is only risk with no reward. Okay. We need to be clear on that. It is all risk with no reward. The studies looking at it have not found benefits for allergies. They've not found benefits for lactose intolerance. And I would go so far as to suggest it's just placebo for people who are claiming to get these benefits. What I would suggest to people would be ultra filtered milks like Utopia, Fairlife. This is what I recommend. I'm going to take a sip of this right now. Right out of the container. If you got an issue with lactose intolerance, this fixes it. Plus the protein content is amazingly high. Feed those gains, guys. Feed those gains. And so again, if you're going to do dairy and you have any of those issues that people are concerned with, there's your solution. You go the other direction, you go the ultra filtered route. Way better, objectively better by every metric. You can get a lot of them that have added fiber, have added omega-3s, right? You have all these things going on, guys. All of these things. Also, you guys notice I'm continuing to get more aesthetic, getting more jacked, more lean. Got those veins everywhere. Guys. But again, we have to keep that in mind. And I actually, like I said, I agree with out there. I'm very supportive of the movement that he's trying to put forward. Okay. So let's be clear on that. I think he's doing a net positive thing, and I really want to get behind it. But that raw milk has to come out. It hurts people. It harms people. And I've done videos on that of even the past of it, of even people who live in the country and are often farmers and stuff to go, dude, that's stupid. Okay, that's stupid. In fact, you'll find the majority of people, and because again, I am originally from the country, spent time on a ranch and on a farm when younger. The majority of people who live in rural America will tell you the same thing. Okay. It's mostly city people who have this weird idea because it's this appeal to nature. Slim, this would be real milk. See, look, whole ultra filtered milk, Utopia. You can look it up. It's the HEB's equivalent of Fairlife. HEB is a Texas company. So this is Texas milk, baby. Made from real Texas cows. Howdy doody. Right? Good stuff. Of course, then I have my flavored water. I'm drinking 2 gallons of water a day. Well, good deeds. This is called water. Let's go, Jason. I need to slide some of that stuff over. What I'm trying to do is make the background less cluttered. I'm not able to get the printer out of the background. I really want to work on getting that completely out of the way. But then it's like, then I just have a bare office and it's like everything pushed in the corners. But no, son, that would be real milk, my friend, from a real cow with real nipples. All right. Unlike an almond, almonds don't have nipples, therefore you can't actually milk them. Fun fact there. You may not be aware of that, but that's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to educate people. We're here to help people because you don't know what you don't know. And there are a lot of people who don't know that soybeans and almonds don't actually have nipples. It's actually exclusive to mammals, right? They have mammary glands. So Okay. All right. So ask the non-fitness question. We're done. Oh, I should have mentioned the new rule. Sorry, guys. Any non-fitness questions are out of here. All right. Bill, I am drinking a lot of water to flush my system out more. Something I'm working on to help me get leaner while I'm continuing to do what I'm doing. I up the water to 2 gallons a day. Right? We up the water to 2 gallons a day, and letting it slowly flush my system out. The same way that I did when I water load for powerlifting meets for the water cut, right? So what I do for these, every gallon of water gets 1 pack of Sonic Cherry Limeade. Makes it more palatable. Willie says, hi, Jason. Hey, Willie. I drink raw milk to prove I'm a man. Well, Stampede, you're free to do that. Sometimes, Fulton, yes, with some of it I am adding potassium or magnesium to it. What if that milk is more expensive? Well, good deeds. If it's more expensive, then don't buy it. I mean, you also have the option of just buying normal milk. But if you're lactose intolerant, it's not an option, right? So therefore, don't drink milk. I think it's relatively straightforward. Okay. All right. If you can't tolerate milk and you can't afford those sort of more expensive milks, and just, you don't have to drink milk. You could consume Greek yogurt or cheese or things like that to get a lot of the dairy benefits still, right? If you're lactose intolerant. So, but yeah, so we're gonna keep these purely fitness. This is a fitness channel. We're gonna discuss fitness. Why not soy milk? I don't have a problem with soy milk. I mean, if that's what you choose to drink, like let's say that you are fully plant-based, Joe, and you choose to drink that, I don't have an issue with it. I think soy milk can be fine. But if we are really going to talk about maximizing body composition, dairy is phenomenal. Okay. Thoughts on Jason Blaha? I think he is the greatest coach ever and the best fitness YouTube influencer in the history of the platform. That's what I think of Jason Blaha. And I think you should hire him as your coach. I'm also running specials at the moment on that. Also, quick reminder, you guys need to follow me on the Facebook fitness page, right? If we could do that, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to link it here, right? We're going to link it here. Also, on those super chats, if people want me to flex, they're going to have to donate every time. If you say, hey, Jason, we want a bicep shot. Hey, we want a forearm shot, whatever you want. You want me to do a flex, then you're going to have to pay. That's the rule. And I think that's fair. So, those are the rules. All right, let's continue with some fitness related topics and questions. All right. But see, Bill, I'm going to do some other stuff maybe on Facebook. I'll do some of that in those lives. So there's where you need to catch me. Catch me in the Facebook lives as I'll talk about some other topics. But we're going to stay on topic. Hey, Hal, that is not a fitness related question. You're about to be gone. I'll give you one warning. I'll give you a warning. That is not a fitness related question. That's a business question. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and ban you and you can make a new account. Because I just said no non-fitness questions. You heard it. Okay. Did you watch non-fitness question? Bam! You have to make a new account. You want to post again. All right. This is a fitness channel. What's the biggest your arm's ever been? I don't know. I really don't know. We shouldn't. Bill, you can ask about coaching, but don't ask me about business. And I think that's fair. Again, actually, I should probably just get rid of you. I'm going to let you stay. Guys, seriously, I don't want to have to warn you. Okay, moving forward, I'm not even going to say when I ban people. I'm just going to do it. I think that's a good rule. I'm just going to do it without reacting. So anything non-fitness, I'll just get rid of people and they can go make a new account. I think that's easy enough. But you can ask me definitely about coaching, what I'm doing with coaching, what I'm doing with pricing. You know, sure. Molly says, I got 17 inches. I think Arnold's are 22 had. Arnold never had 22-inch arms. That is what the best experts who work for Leader said who had actually measured them. His arms were like 19 and a half, which is massive, right? That's massive. When your contest lean to have a 19 and a half inch arm or even a 20-inch arm, that's insane. It's insanely big. But, you know, who knows? You know, who knows the reality, because bodybuilders lie all the time. They lie about their height. They lie about their measurements. What's the most accurate way to measure body fat? That's going to be a DEXA scan, right? DEXA scan is the gold standard. That is the gold standard for measuring body fat. I'm sick of my utopia. Bobby, who's Matt Gates? You're going to have to tell me who that is. Are your forearms as big as your arms? No, they're probably about an inch smaller, maybe an inch and a half. I could measure them and find out. That's the sort of stuff. I should probably keep a tape in here, like people can donate. Well, they can look the same, but they measure different. Yeah, I mean, I obviously have pretty good sized forearms at this point. They're all vascular, getting lean. What's that? So Buddy Shoots, I need to know, is that a fitness related question? Because we ban all non-fitness. So if Matt Gates isn't an athlete or a fitness person, oh, why are we discussing politics? You ever grip train? William, I put up all of my training, 100% of it. I do all of my pulling without straps. And I do some forearm and grip work here and there. Matt says, we back. That's right, we back. What fish oil supplements would you recommend? I usually do NutriCoast, buddy, because we're talking about fitness, right? We're talking about the Blaha movement. We're talking about all that stuff. I use the NutriCoast Extra Strength Fish Oil Cactus. That's what I personally use, right? Any plans to set up a Team Blaha stand at any expos? Nothing currently on the agenda. Wild fish oil for omega-3s. What's good, Jason? What's good, Tony D? What's good? I'm good. You're good. Everybody's good, man. We all doing good, brother. We are all doing good. But yes, for those curious, I am still running a special on coaching. We're running it at $250 a month. And to be fair, the reason for that has been in this economy, client retention at 300 is just hard. So filling in some slots at 250, good for business, helps everybody out so the economy improves again. So realistically, it really is just good for everybody. And it's mainly because I've run into, as a coach, when most people are not able to keep clients right now, I've been able to keep clients and I've done pretty decent. I do way better than most coaches I know, but realistically, my prices are a little bit high in this economy for a lot of my clients. So it makes sense to start rotating over and opening some slots at 250, just to see what happens with the economy for a bit. All right. And things go down to it's just supply and demand, really. That's all it comes down to. I have more slots open than I want, and so therefore we reduce cost. Very straightforward. Matt says, not much of a picture guy, but I took one today, and the difference between today and a year from now on this lean bulk is insane. Feel it awesome. Your info is the best, coach. Appreciate it, Matt. Where'd the fender go? But that's not a fitness question, Rocky. I'm going to be nice. Right? I'm going to be nice. But this is fitness only questions moving forward. I'm banning with no warnings from now on. Okay. I train myself. I just follow RPS training Dr. Mike. Rocky, how long are you running the coaching special for? I have no idea. Till the economy improves. Right? Till the economy. I just told you no non-fitness questions. Are you still talking about the guitar? Actually, I warned you, so I think it's just fair to go ahead and say bye. All right. I'm not going to give warnings in the next one from now on. Yes, Brock, this is a fitness-related channel, and physique is part of fitness, so of course. I'm gonna train you guys. All right. Will Molly says it's all about the stretch and exploding on your push, muscle-mind connection. Yeah, I mean, mind-muscle connection is a big deal. When we're talking about hypertrophy, right? When we are talking about the topic of hypertrophy, there is something to be said for mind-muscle connection. Brock, of course, you're allowed to say that I'm your favorite YouTuber because, again, this is still directly related to the channel. Again, just don't ask non-fitness questions, guys. It's just not. It's not a difficult concept to understand, right? It's not difficult. If you walk into AutoZone, you ask them car questions, right? So I had to go to O'Reilly's to get a battery, but whatever. I shouldn't even say that. All right, forget I said that. I never said that. All right. But Brock is very, very straightforward. It shouldn't be difficult. Do you think science-based is a marketing concept, just like being natural? I think it is. And I'm realizing it doesn't even work. Is this the best condition your physique has ever been in? I'm going to go with yes at this point. I mean, did you see the one of me grabbing the barbell earlier when I put it up? All the striations and everything, right? But Matt, yeah, it absolutely is. And I'm really kind of moving away in a lot of ways. I'm starting to realize that just as far as putting information out, being completely science-based, it's people just don't grasp it. Like they do not have the education to grasp the concepts. And no matter how much you try to explain it, they just don't. So I almost feel like when you were putting out particularly nutrition information, it's probably better to just be dogmatic and have an ideology. And I hate to have to say it, but it's true. It is really true when you look at it. Matt says, how to fix muscle imbalances on right side dominant. No, you need to balance your training. Start training your lifts without grinding and shifting to the side. That's it. You could do more dumbbell work, but keeping in mind it needs to be balanced. Like it just needs to be good form with it. All your form needs to be super tight if you want to correct imbalances. How strong are you currently? Well, good deeds. Let's see. I mean, I can rep 315 on the pause bench flat back. I can do 3 or 4 reps, completely flat back, pause on the bench at the moment. You saw me do 2 reps and I failed the lock with 545 on the deadlift the other day. I pulled 585 a few weeks ago, pretty easy. It wasn't an all out max. So I figure my deadlift's probably about 600 at the moment, you know. I did several sets of 8 on weighted shins today with a 45. Milo Wolf is the worst channel. Milo's pretty bad. Yeah, he's pretty bad. I prefer watching V-Shred over Milo Wolf, honestly. I mean, I feel like at this point, V-Shred's more accomplished than Milo in terms of getting people in shape. I mean, does Milo even coach anybody? I don't know that he does. He's a kid who finished his PhD and has no experience. He just badmouths people who have been doing this for decades. You know, what more can you say? Molly says that he is weak. 205, 511 max bench is 405 squat. How's that weak, dude? William, you're pretty strong, dude. What are you talking about? That's solid. In what world is that not solid? No, it's not even weak for your weight, William. Technically, some of that falls into the elite category. So if some of your lifts fall into the elite category, how are you weak? Weak by what standard? Right? Weak by what standard? Compared to the top 0.5% in powerlifting? Because by most people's standard, you're pretty much God tier. Yeah, William, that's like saying that you see a few people who represent the top 1% of the top 1%, right? That would be like the equivalent of only making $1 million a year and saying you're poor, because there's some people who are billionaires who you saw out there. There's several of them. That's literally the equivalent statistically. Like you're well into the top 1% of gym goers with your strength. Not people in the world. You're in the top 1% of people who work out. So because there's a few guys out there who are stronger than you that represent a tiny little number, you see yourself as weak. So that is literally the equivalent of making $1 million a year and calling yourself poor. Because there's billionaires, because they exist. Okay. Thoughts on seated lateral raise machine for shoulder health? Why would it help with shoulder health? Coach, are you still natural? Joe, I'm not natural. True, they're on PEDs. So for your clients, a 3-day splits, they hit 3 to 6? No, some of them do. Right? Some of them do. But most of them don't. I don't have anyone only do 3 sets of muscle group. I don't have any only do 3 sets of muscle group. So I don't know where you even got that. Right? So you have never heard me say ever that I have clients who do 3 sets of muscle group. So if you've never heard me say that, and I've never implied that you should do that, then why would you ask that question? Some of them only do 6, but that represents a certain category of my clients, but that's the lower end of the threshold. Do novices eat too much? I don't know. It depends entirely on the novice. Sir, I'm going to count that as a training question, but we only take fitness-related questions. Do you get a forearm pump after long guitar sessions? Usually not. Hey, Brock, if you need to ask stuff like that, then it's time for you to just go. All right. Lucas, does the science know exactly how you should train to get as strong as possible? Why are there? No, the science doesn't actually know. Do you think 2 exercises for muscles is considered minimalism? Depends on the total volume, I suppose. 2 is on the lower end. 1 is definitely minimalism. 2, maybe. But I don't know if we could define it that exactly. I think most people do 4 sets 12. No, why would you think that? Magenta veins going crazy. Who is this guy? The veins are definitely going crazy. 2 to 3 is good. I think 3 is definitely good. No, I'm rearranging it for the camera. All right. You could also burn out your gains doing too much. Yeah, William, it's a little more complicated than that. All right. But I think about 3 exercises for muscle for most people is probably about the sweet spot for maximizing gains. Barring some muscles could definitely benefit from more if they're really complicated, like say a deltoid. Right. Matt, why'd you remove that? You were asking something about volume for a sweet spot of volume. You didn't have to remove that, Matt. It's all good. You didn't have to do all that. That 6 to 9 set. For a lot of people, it really is. I mean, particularly if you're looking, if you're working really, really hard and you're trying to say, hey, what's the minimum I need to get really good growth? And you're not worried about it, ever having to deal with recovery issues. But there can definitely be something said for doing the large amounts of pump work beyond that, right? Could definitely be. Hard sets training taken to failure. Yeah, I mean, people need to understand that when you were talking about 6 or 7 sets of muscle, it can't be, hey, 3 reps left in the tank. Cliff, yes, the new rule, no non-fitness related questions. None. This is a fitness channel. Okay, very straightforward. I don't think novices can make progress without bulking. I think they can. I think they absolutely can. I can't stand science-based challenge. Honestly, it's a discussion involving, I mean, and if they have no experience or no results, then what are they even talking about? Benji, but there's no benefits. You're only taking risks. So why are you going and sourcing raw milk and taking the risk for no benefits? Cameron says, Jason, with my schedule, I often can only get 6 hours of sleep. Can I still make some gains with this? Yeah, you can. It's just not going to be optimal. Hey, Lucas, that's a non-fitness question. Bye. Okay. Okay, I followed your guitar stuff. I don't really have guitar stuff. I have a couple clips up. How can a novice make progress without eating a lot? You need to eat a lot, but you don't necessarily need to bulk hard. Bulk hard means you gain weight rapidly. Can you bulk and lose weight at the same time? Natty. No, because bulking means gain weight. So can you gain weight and lose weight at the same time, Natty? Nope. Absolutely. The laws of mathematics prevent that. Have you taken up forearm? I am going to. I haven't yet because I did forearms this week. But I think at this point, I really don't need it. I think my training volumes themselves of the pulling and curling and everything are going to be high enough that I don't need to worry about it. I think I'll be fine. I love that video you made. You came out with talking about how everyone overcomplicates making gains. One of the great things about the bro split is its simplicity, right? Absolutely. Juji says, if a novice overdid it, what does he or she do? I have clients that always do it, and I have trouble telling them what to do. You make them diet back down if they bulked too hard and got fat, and then restart and not bulk hard again. And if they don't learn their lesson, they'll just spin their wheels and be a novice for 3 years, because they'll have to just keep getting really fat, and then they'll cut and lose all their gains and restart it until they stop trying to bulk hard and just take their time and do it correctly. Coach, do you count the bar when doing a lift? Yes. Yes, you always count the weight of the bar. Always, every time. Yeah, Cliff, it's I'm telling people that raw milk is not something I can support with the Make America Healthy Again movement, right? Okay. Hey, Juji, you need to get current. Actually, yeah. So I'm going to just say that politely. Get current. I haven't advocated bulking for a while. I've discussed in detail the science, the reasons, my experience as a coach, all the current data, right? Juji, you don't know how to, if you're a personal trainer and you don't know how fast your clients should cut, I think that you need to send them to me and I will coach them for you. And they can pay me. How fast should I'm going to say? Can we get fit like you? Of course you can, King Leonidas. Follow my channel. I have all the free info you need to do that, right? I have all the free info that you need. And if you need direct help, I have coaching slots open at a good rate. And I'll get you there. I think for general health and risk, well, Matt, I mean, the point is if you're doing enough other stuff, all right, if you're doing enough other stuff, you may not benefit or even need it. Can eating too much protein on a keto diet kick you out of ketosis? Largely unlikely if you train and have a high energy turnover. Are you personal? Yeah, Cliff, I'm a full-time coach. That is actually what I do for a living. How long it is for a novice? There's not going to be a set time. GG, there's no set time. It's like asking how long is a piece of string, right? Okay. What was your max bench press when I was powerlifting? Like anything you guys have seen me do, 365. If you haven't seen me do it on camera, I'm just never going to discuss it again. And I think that's fair. You've seen me do 365 for a 2-second pause with calibrated plates. Is running better for heart health than, say, taking 10K steps per session? I honestly don't know. Would you say the strongest period of your life was in the conjugate? No, I don't know about that. Because I've hit just as big a lifts not doing conjugate. I've actually benched more. Cliff, I do online coaching at the moment. I don't actually currently do gym coaching. Currently. Sir Regulus says, my dream is to deadlift 600 pounds like you do on camera. Was the fastest way. Should I train deadlift? No, you need to do other lifts. Absolutely. I didn't build it just deadlifting. You need to do all sorts of accessory movements, build everything up. The fastest way would be to hire me to coach you to get there. No jump tube. Let's not talk politics. This is a fitness channel. Unless it is specifically related to the Blaha movement, which is fitness and health related. Is peanut butter good in terms of fat composition? Yeah, it can be pretty good. It's definitely a healthier fat source. Who started the Maha movement? Well, as far as I know, RFK is being credited with it. And I'm going to discuss that movement a lot and discuss my stuff with it. How do you keep blood pressure check while being prescribed TRT or is prescribed it? You need to fix your diet and your cardio then. Okay? Clean your diet up. Number one thing you can do. Number one thing you can do. Hey, Cliff, we don't allow any criticism either. Bye. Okay. Healthiest cheese. There is no healthiest cheese. Cheese. Do you sponsor any athletes? What do you mean sponsor? No, I don't sponsor. You pay me to coach you. You give me money, and I coach you. Right? My cardio and diet was flawless. I still had high blood pressure. Do I get birthing hips? No, that's not how it works. Hey, Benji, if your diet is flawless, then why do you have high blood pressure? I don't know. Discuss it further with your doctor, perhaps. Something is off. Because if you're getting any issues from a TRT, you're in the normal range. That shouldn't cause anything. That's like saying the average 18-year-old would have high blood pressure. The average 18-year-old who works out and eats healthy have high blood pressure. Their testosterone, or a 16-year-old, probably has higher testosterone level than you do. So you see the issue with this? So your TRT isn't the cause, it's your diet. Because if having a healthy, robust testosterone level was causing it, then the average 16-year-old would have high blood pressure. All right? Well, something's definitely off. All right. Were you really on TRT or were you on a super physiological amount? I have no idea what my current marathon state would be. What pre-workout you take? I don't endorse pre-workouts. Best exercise for ab development? You recommend 6 to 8 reps for abs? I mean, no, you could do 6 to 8 sets if you wanted. I've done more, I've done less. I think really best hanging leg raises, weighted crunches. I think those all get the job done really well. Coach, did you ever consider becoming a hybrid athlete like Alex Piata? I currently don't have any plans to do that now. Okay. All right. So, no, the 100 per week physician prescribed. Yeah, Benji, that seems weird. That shouldn't be causing elevated blood pressure. I don't know what to tell you. All right. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. I've got some other stuff I need to tend to. So I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.